Hey everybody, Lou here with JB Industries. That's right, just better. Today I want to highlight two of our tools for you, the T30600 and the T30600G. Our flare gauge tool, and then we have our eccentric cone flaring tool. So you see the tool comes nicely in this hard case, a protected case. You can get it with the mini split kit that we sell, or you can buy it by itself. But here today, what I want to do is I want to show you our tool and make a flare for you. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you deburr the copper. I already did that to this guy. And the tool is ready to go on here. So you want to make sure you find the right size. So in this case, we're going to do 3/8. That's the size I'm using, 3/8. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that the top of the copper is flush with the top of the block here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and line it up. All right, so there we are. We're flush with the top of the bar. And you're going to slide the yoke over. And what you want to do to make sure that you have the cone centered to the copper, there's a little arrow on here. And this little arrow should be right on the bar that's on this block here. And that indicates to you that you're at center point. And what you're going to do is once you're there, you'll start to tighten the hand crank here. And what's going to happen is as this hand crank comes down, it'll find the indentation on the side of the block and it'll begin to center itself. Okay? So let's go ahead and tighten that up. And make sure you have a nice snug, tight. All right, so here we go. We're nice and tight. And why you want to make sure it's tight? Because if it's not tight enough, your copper will start to slide down. So you want to make sure you're nice and tight on the hand crank here. And once you have that there, you can go ahead and start to ratchet. So in the beginning, it's easy. You could just do it with one finger. But then as you start to get resistance, that means your cone is now touching the copper. You can use the ratchet action. And the tool will give when it reaches the right torque. And you hear that little click. And that tells you that you've reached the right torque and the fitting is actually flared. So what you want to do now is you want to turn this little handle the other way, and then you will start to back out your flare. Okay, then you can loosen the hand crank. And there it is, you have your flare. Now, to remove all doubt whether this flare is actually properly done, the best tool to use for that is our flare gauge. On the other side, you have all the sizes on here from 1/4 to 3/4. And the way you do it is you take the flare and there's a little ridge on the inside of the gauge here. If the flare is done properly, it won't go through. Okay, so in this case, I'm not able to go through. And that tells me that I have the right flare. See, I'm not able to penetrate the actual gauge there. So that tells me that I've achieved the right flare for this 3/8 size pipe. And I'm going to be able to have a leak-proof copper line there. So there it is, folks. Thank you for watching. Hope that was informative. Again, just better. Peace out.